How do you know if you're jealous of someone or if you're just admiring him? In this week's Parsha, there are the 5775Yisro, badly translated as the 10 Commandments, better translated as the 10 utterances. The last of the 10 is don't be jealous. It seems strange that this should be part of the biggies, but God knows what he's saying, he knows what he's doing, and he put it there for a reason. There's a mystical idea of Gilgul, which is the idea, what we would call in English, reincarnation. It's the idea that a soul comes back into the world in a different form in order to make a tikkun, in order to fix something that wasn't fixed before. There's an idea that Yisro and Moshe, Moshe's father-in-law, and Moshe were actually Gilgulim, that their souls had been in people before them. Specifically, they had been in Cain and Hevel. That the soul of Yitro had been in Cain before, and the soul of Moses, had been in Hevel, Abel. Just to recap on the story of Cain and Abel, what happened? Cain decided he wants to offer something to God, and he brings some of his old vegetables, and then Hevel, he decides he's going to bring the best of his flock, of his animals. God accepts Hevel's sacrifice, he doesn't accept Cain's. Cain is jealous, Cain kills Hevel. Okay, knowing this story, whose soul needs to come back to be fixed? Let's think about it. Cain offered a bad sacrifice and murdered. Clearly there needs to be some tikkun, some fixing here. Hevel brought a beautiful sacrifice and was murdered. Why would his soul need to come back? Specifically in the form of Moshe Rabbeinu, of Moses. So if we look at the motivation for Hevel's giving, for Hevel's offering, then we can understand why Hevel's soul needed to return to the world. Hevel saw his brother offer. He saw Cain bring an offering. True, it wasn't a nice offering, but it was an offering. And Hevel thought to himself, hey, that's a great idea. I want to offer something to God too. Not only do I want to offer something to God, I want to offer him the best. What was wrong with that? I'll tell you what was wrong. The motivation came from jealousy, not from admiration. How do I know? And here's the answer to the original question. If you're jealous of someone, you do not want to communicate with them. You do not want to be connected with them. You don't want to be together with them. In fact, you want to see them gone. But if you admire someone, then you want to be connected to them. Not only do you want what they have or what they can do, but you want a connection with them. You want to be together with them. The ideal way for Hevel to bring his sacrifice would have been to go to his brother and say, Cain, you had a great idea to bring an offering. You know, I'd like to do that too. Not only would I like to do that, I think it would be a great idea if we could do it together and bring the best of everything that we have. How awesome would that have been? And even if Cain wouldn't have listened, which we have reason to believe he wouldn't have because he didn't do teshuvah right away, still, that would have made it so that Hevel's soul would not need a tikkun because he would have brought his offering with a sense of togetherness with his brother. The fact that don't be jealous is included in the 5775Yisro is to remind us that anything that we do for God, he wants us to do it with a connection to our fellow man. He wants us to love each other as we do it. Good Shabbos.